Based on experiments conducted by various scientists, the nuclear model of an atom was explored. It has a center called the nucleus.
It is positively charged due to the presence of protons. Neutron, represented as N, is another subatomic particle which had no charge and a mass nearly equal to that of a proton.
In this model, demonstrating the structure of atom, we will use beads as protons. Though neutrons are of mass nearly equal to that of a proton, for ease of relating, a different texture, pom-pom, of same size as proton will be used as neutrons.
The electrons revolve around the nucleus in circular paths. We would use small plastic beads to represent the negatively charged electrons in this model. Nearly all the mass of an atom resides in the nucleus. Atomic mass is the sum of the masses of protons and neutrons present in the nucleus. In this model, we will use the pi cleaner to bind these two together.
The size of the nucleus is very small as compared to the size of the atom. We will use the lid of a small box as the nucleus.
Electrons go around an atom's nucleus in a path like an orbit. It is referred to as a shell.
To represent these, we are using circular plastic plates of different sizes. First orbit or K-shell is of energy level index 1, is a small plate. Second orbit or L-shell energy level index 2 is a little bigger plate, and the third orbit or M-shell energy level index 3 is bigger than L-shell.
The maximum number of electrons present in a shell is given by the formula 2 times n squared, where n is the orbit number or energy level index, 1, 2, 3 and so on.
Let us look through the list of first few elements in the periodic table. The element name, its symbol, atomic number, that is the number of protons or electrons, number of neutrons and its mass are listed here.
Let's start making the atomic structure of few elements.
To include the contents of the nucleus, let's use the pi cleaner to bead the protons through and wind the neutrons with it.
We shall start with the first element, hydrogen. Let us place the nucleus on the table.
In hydrogen, we have only one proton in the nucleus.
Now, let's place the K shell and an electron in it to complete the hydrogen atomic structure.
Now, let's do the second element in the periodic table, helium. It has 2 neutrons and an atomic number 2. That is 2 protons and 2 electrons.
For the existing atomic model of hydrogen, we have beaded another proton and added another neutron. The nucleus now has 2 protons and 2 neutrons. We have added another electron, and now the K shell has 2 electrons. This is the atomic structure of helium.
We could continue to make the structure of the next element, lithium, from existing atomic model of helium. 1 proton and 2 neutrons when added makes lithium nucleus which has 3 protons and 4 neutrons.
Before adding an electron, we need to determine maximum number of electrons in first orbit or K shell. That would be energy level, n is equal to 1. As per the formula, it will be 2 times 1 square is equal to 2 electrons.
The K shell already has 2 electrons, we can only add to the next shell. We would need to include the L shell plastic plate and then mount the set of K shell plate with nucleus. To the L shell, we will add the new electron making the total count of electrons, 3. Now, we have the atomic structure of lithium.
Let us now do the atomic structure of the element oxygen. Its atomic number is 8 and has 8 neutrons. We need to ensure we bead 8 protons and add 8 neutrons to the nucleus.
For 8 electrons, we would need to include 2 in K shell and remaining is 6. Let's determine maximum number of electrons in second orbit or L shell. That would be energy level, N is equal to 2. As per the formula, it will be 2 times 2 square is equal to 8 electrons. Any guesses how we would arrange the electrons?
That would be 2 electrons in the K shell and 6 electrons in the L shell.
With 8 protons, 8 neutrons in nucleus and 8 electrons, it makes the atomic structure of oxygen.